Yes, I am sitting in our tent, in our living room, in our house. Why not? Had to set the tent up anyhow to give it a cleaning. We haven't done that since we've been back. It's just been too windy and cold, and today's really windy too. It's a crazy breezy day. But I've got it set up in here. I'm gonna take the vacuum to it. There's just some, dirt and things that we need to vacuum out, and we'll wash it at some point and let it air dry outside. But I thought today would be a great day to go over some things with you that a friend had asked about recently, and that is what we used while we were on trail to do the filming and photographing, and then how we edited those videos and uploaded them to YouTube, and then ultimately how we saved those files. Each finished video that was posted to YouTube was around 3 gigabytes of space, so a fairly large file, and between 3 and 4 gigabytes, let's say, but averaging 3. And then along with that were all the individual video clips that composed the video that we went through to edit, and the still photos. So each day's worth of video would be anywhere from 6 to about 8 or 9 gigabytes worth of information, videos and photos. So let's go through that here today, and we'll show you what we used. This is the GoPro Hero 7 Black. This was our primary camera on trail. We use this for all the video with the exception of the times when either the battery died or the SD card wasn't reading. That's a great little camera. We loved using that. Having it be waterproof and very durable and rugged was key for us. Being out in all kinds of weather, if I happen to drop it, it's meant to be a very abused, well-used camera, so it could take a beating. We didn't want to have our phones be the primary video camera, even though the video quality is great on these new phones. We didn't want to have them be the primary just because they are not as durable and rugged and as waterproof as the GoPro. I would put the GoPro in its little housing here, which was mounted to the UltraPod, which I really, really did like. Very lightweight, very easy to use and set up. It can open up to be a tripod. It's a standalone if you want to get a shot of you like walking towards or past the camera or something. So those two items were great. So let's talk about our phones next, because we did use our phone for some things. The item we used mainly for photography, for pictures, but we did use it occasionally for video, was our iPhones. This is the iPhone 11. Sherry and I have the exact same model of phone. Let me open this up here for you, and I'll just show you real quick the app that we used for editing the videos. It's the KineMaster app, the bottom left right there. I tap on that, and we'll open this up. I'm not going to go through how this works, but basically it's a great app. It's a fully functional video editing app. Did all the editing on this, and you edit the videos, add your photos, your music, everything to it, full edit, and then I would export those videos to the camera roll on my phone. And then from there, I would upload them to YouTube, again on my phone. And I'm not going to go through how to do that. I can do each of those in a separate video, but that's just the secondary item we used for filming. Let's move on to storage, because that was a big deal. We didn't want to have multiple micro SD cards with us on trail. We wanted to have a way to store large files in one place quickly and easily. So let's check that out. Once the videos were edited, done on the phone, uploaded to YouTube, everything was great. We needed to find a way to keep all of that information, the finished videos, the video clips, the photographs, everything. We needed to find a way to store all of those so that we didn't have dozens of these little tiny micro SD cards with us for the duration of the trip. I mean, even if we had half a dozen of them and mailed some home. It's expensive. These are very, very expensive cards. So we had to find a way to store all of that information so we wouldn't lose any of it, because we want to keep this. This is an epic trip that we're taking, and we want to keep all of those memories and have them available to look back on years from now. So the way we discovered to do this, and I'm going to bring my phone back in here. There's a little glare on there. Let's put this right here. The photos, the videos from the GoPro would be stored on the micro SD card. That SD card would be put into this Lexar card reader and put into the phone to get the photos off of the card into the phone so I could put them into the KineMaster app to edit. So that was step one. Once that was done, I put the SD card back into the reader, plugged it back into the phone. Then I took all of that information from the phone, from the camera roll on the phone, which would be the finalized video, all the clips, all the photographs, everything associated with each individual day's worth of videoing and photographing. Those would then go back onto the card reader, and they would get saved into this SanDisk 2 terabyte hard drive. The way we did that was we no longer need the reader. We would put the micro SD card into the adapter. We use the RAV Power Hub here, which I just happened to find, I think, about less than a month before we left for the trail. I could do a better review on this at some other point. This is an amazing little piece of equipment here. I would put the SD card adapter with the micro SD card in it into the slot here. This end has, let's see if I can open it with one hand. It's a little tricky to open this. This end has, hold on, there we go. This end has the USB port for me to attach the USB into here with the 2 terabyte hard drive, and I would transfer all the information from the card to the 2 terabyte hard drive. I could do that while we were on trail. I could do that in a town. That was very easy to do, didn't require any internet service, didn't require any extra battery power. This is its own battery hub, which is fantastic. It powers itself and the items you're plugging into it. So once this transfer process was done, I could then save space on my phone, even though it is the 256 gigabyte memory. I could save space on my phone and delete all the videos and photos from the phone. And I could also clear this SD card up to reuse in the GoPro. I used a 64 gigabyte card to film with, and I had a 128 gigabyte card that I would ultimately save everything from my phone to that larger card so I could have, so I could free this up every day. And it was a 128 gigabyte card that I would then plug into here to save onto the 2 terabyte hard drive at the end of the week or whenever I had time to do that. All right, well, I hope that answers some of your questions on how we filmed and edited and all that while we were on trail. It was a little tricky figuring it all out, especially how to transfer the files from the phone and onto a hard drive. Like, how do we save everything? Like I said, we didn't want to lose any of that information. So thank you, YouTube. Thank you, YouTube, for great information. I learned so much and in just a short period of time on what the best options were for that to save on trail. Hi, dog. You want to come in? Not so much? Not so much? Okay. So again, I hope that answers some of your questions. That's how we did things on the trail. I'll be researching, better ways to do things, different ways to do things. Who knows, by the time we get back out there next year, there could be a whole different setup we have. You never know. But for now, that's what worked for us. It worked great. And we were very, very happy to be able to do that and have those YouTube videos for us to look back on and enjoy, and for you as well. So thanks again for your questions. And if you have any more, go ahead and comment down below or send them to us and we'll see if we can answer them for you. Thanks much. Bye, guys.